You are now listening to a Doc Martin production.
Get those nerds! Frackin' nerds!
They say the meek will inherit the earth. We say the nerds are already in control. Welcome to the Frackin' Nerds, episode number 287, as I see there, but everything else was correct in this. So yeah, if you listen to the show and it was 286 and I said 283, it really was 286. So yeah, we got that. I'm just going to slide my camera over a little bit. Boom, production. So, all right, we'll go to man over in Indiana first. You know, he likes craving that hunt. That's our own Chris Class.
I got some. I saw on Twitter that a lot of our listeners had to go back and start from episode 1 since you screwed up the number last episode. So
had to go back to number 1.
Starting all over
Lord.
just to get caught up. So no. Yep, craving that toy hunt. I've gone out, but man, dude, the holidays have wiped everything dry. Like there's nothing around. So I'm like, this week I might just do like a room tour. I don't think I'm gonna have anything to.
You're not gonna have much content. I got you. All right, then, and then all the way from the East Coast, as he was requesting my ID, my Social Security card, and my PIN number and everything else, it's our own Joshua. Hello, Joshua.
Hi, I don't get the reference, but okay.
Are you enjoying your Xbox Series X?
I am. Oh, that's what you needed. Oh, that's what you meant? Okay,
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yes. I am enjoying it. I think it's running very smooth, fast, and it plays old mobile games really good. Because I've been using it to play Plants vs. Zombies more than anything.
Yeah, the apparently doesn't realize that you can pause the game, it'll hold the position, and go into a game, because I was like, hey, let's play some Overwatch. He's like, I can't, I gotta finish this level. And I'm like, no, you don't. You can just buzz right out of it, and you'd have been good to go.
Yeah. Why do I sound like Cartman to you? I don't...
I don't know.
He does.
But yes.
That impression does. I don't.
I forgot, so our listeners can know, the reason why Doc said that was because he bought an Xbox and they didn't send it to him right away. So he bought another Xbox and then they didn't send that one to him right away. So it was a race to which Xbox was going to get to him first. Well, he finally got the one from Amazon first, and the other one he bought from Microsoft was just going to be returned. And he was like, well, let me give it to Josh. And I bought it. But then the problem of where it was supposed to go was an issue. So he sent it to a holding spot across the street from my house. And when I went to go pick it up, they were like, yeah, we need to see the person's ID that bought this. And I'm like, what? And Doc had to send me a picture of his ID, which I now have in my phone to use when I want.
Which I think is a weird thing. It's like if I assign a pickup, I should be able to put that person's name where the pickup is going. And
did you put my name?
I put your phone number there, like they were supposed to contact you or anything like that, but
no, they were supposed, like when you do a pickup and you say something, they'll tell you, is it somebody else picking this up?
Oh, okay.
And then you have to put their name, because when I do that with Best Buy, they do that.
Maybe so.
But I have an Xbox Series X now because of you, and I love you, Doc.
No problem. I wasn't
And
searching
Overwatch
for that.
is free until
are you ever gonna download it?
Just fucking buy
I
it.
downloaded it, so I might as well. Like, I need to try to play it, but like every time I get on, my buddies are like, "Man, let's play Warzone," and I'm like, "I don't play shit other than
I
Warzone
got
today."
Warzone, puto, so you can hit me up and we can play.
We can play, yeah. I do. Anytime
like,
you see me on there, we can.
Doctor disrespecting this motherfucker in the 2-time back to back.
Doctor disrespect.
All right. Well, actually, first thing, class. Since you're out and you're still hunting, I'm looking for the Optimus Red figure from Walmart, if you can find it.
Is it
and
a
I'm
pop?
still looking for the...
No, it's the red figures.
Oh, the red figures. Yeah. Okay.
I'm looking for that Spike Spiegel Funko Pop.
Oh God,
I don't even know what that is.
It's from Cowboy Bebop.
Oh,
and
okay.
he's always asking, like, because anybody finds it, but it's usually like $140 that it's now on the market.
What's it look like? Send me a text of that, Josh.
I will.
see it, buddy.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right.
Appreciate it.
I'll look for it.
All right, guys. I know we haven't gotten out to any major places this year, but Disney World apparently was, while they were opening, they would digitally add face mask to the guest to show that they were following proper procedures and everything else.
That looks so bad. I wish you had a picture of that. I don't think you get a picture of this and put it on the YouTube episode.
Well, I would assume there's got to be pictures of them doing it, but they've now removed that policy, so they're not enforcing it anymore.
The face mask policy?
Yeah, so well, not the face mask, but the digitally adding a face mask.
Ah, okay.
Which I wonder, like how longer does it take to like get that digitally
Just new
removed?
photography?
No, do what?
Oh, you're talking about like new photography?
No. We're talking about Disney World is, when you go to like Splash Mountain, which is now no longer there, but they'll take your picture at the very end. Well, right. I guess some people were removing the mask and everything else so they could smile, and then they were digitally adding a mask to the people they were going at when they were taking their photo.
Have you seen the commercials that do that?
Were they adding?
Yeah, they there's like certain. I know I saw 2 commercials. It was a furniture commercial, and I think it was a dealership commercial. And you see that they digitally added the mask to the people's faces in the store.
Oh, you mean they were like using old footage and?
I guess it was new footage, but they had to like just put the mask.
No.
Is it like floating around, like clearly like not on them?
No, it's on them, but you can see like when something's on your face, you can tell. This is like a digital line. You're like, that's a fake mask.
You guys need to go back. That reminded me of if you guys have ever watched the movie Bruce Lee Game of Death. He died while making that movie. And they used so many. This was back in 1974, 75. And they they used so many still shots of him. And there's this one scene at the very beginning. Doc, you need to watch this if you get a chance. And he just got done like filming a scene with like Chuck Norris from Return of the Dragon, and they make that from a real movie as like he was filming a movie. He's sitting in his dressing room and this guy's threatening him, and it's a still shot of him, and they wanted to make it look like he had a towel around his neck, but while he's sitting perfectly still, the towel is all moving and like horrible 70s like cheesy edit. Hey, you gotta just check it out. It's worth throwing in.
So like how much did he had filmed before he died?
They said like
died,
50%?
Oh.
Yeah, well, I don't even know if it was that much. The entire scene at the end is that's all Bruce, where he goes, he fights the different levels, and he gets to the end where he fights Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And but other than that, no, the rest of it they just used another guy named Bruce Lee. I believe that's who it was. There was a guy later named Bruce Lee, but he tried biting off of his fame and notoriety like after Bruce died, and but they use footage from old movies that Bruce shot.
Okay,
they just they tried it. Like the whole beginning is him against Chuck Norris, and it's really them fighting from their Return of the Dragon movie. But then at one point they're like cut, and they use this other guy where it's like you only see him from behind. That's Bruce Lee. Like that's it's such a. I love Bruce Lee, and the end is worth watching. Like watch it, like just for the end scene where he goes up very video game like fights 3 different dudes, 3 different like styles. It's dope.
Are you all right today? You're flowing with stories.
I'm just saying, it's a good movie. It's a good movie.
Bruce
I didn't mean to
Lee?
hijack. I don't know. I was thinking about it.
So yeah, Disney.
Coffee.
So Disney is not covering up people's.
The digital mask, I could just see it floating around and it reminded me of the towel.
No, I just.
He loves Bruce Lee. What do you want him to do? He gets to.
He was passionate. I was just like, gotta go to the next story, and he just kept going.
You gotta cut me off sometimes. My bad.
Like, did nobody talk to you this week? I feel bad. Just.
It's been a rough week, man. I've needed this.
Well, Netflix is rolling out an Audible-only mode, and people on this message board say they love it, and they're excited.
Oh, you know what? Stop. You fucking over-exaggerated. Nobody loves it. Nobody said we love it. We just said, oh, okay, we could use something like that for background noise.
I brought it up. So Netflix is thinking of doing a thing where you can click and turn the video off, class, and you can just listen to the audio. And I feel like I don't know any show where I just put it on for background noise. And I guess that is what you're doing. But I'm sorry, if I've got to catch up on The Office, I'm not going to listen to the audio version of it only.
speaking of which, that's why they have things like Audible that are like reading, like books that they could just, you want some background noise, put that on, right?
Exactly.
Same thing, though.
Or podcasts. There's podcasts. Listen to that. Yes,
yeah.
we are.
But it's the same principle. It's like, just like, what do? I like to have something playing in the background when I fall asleep. I could just put on like a couple episodes of like Trailer Park Boys and fall asleep to that in the dark. It's not that. It's people do
In the dark.
So, yeah.
Class, what would you listen to fall asleep if you were gonna do that?
You know, a lot of the times I do. I'll put on like YouTube and I'll let shit play, and it'll be things like I fall asleep to. I'll put on Howard Stern clips sometimes on YouTube. I'll put on sometimes I'll put on Family Guy, but Family Guy's so visual sometimes that you'll just get caught up.
Like you'll have to stop and watch it or something like that. Is what you're saying?
What is it?
Because you want to watch it, and that's what you get.
Yeah. A lot of times on Family Guy, so there's a lot of visuals to go with the So Howard Stern usually works pretty well.
He has a lot of visuals also on his show.
He does.
Yes.
He does. But yeah.
So you would be fine with this idea.
I mean, I'd try it. I like sleeping in like total blackness, total darkness.
Are you with us today?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Well, a new trailer dropped out. It was Coming to America 2. No, it's actually Coming to America, but the 2's in the middle of the title.
I have a question for that. You think they should have called it Coming Back to America?
I think so.
Right?
Because
when I saw the trailer and I saw Coming to America with the number 2, and I was like, that's like, why couldn't they just put it Coming Back to America?
Yeah, because they could have named that, and then if you need that in the headline, you could just, or the title, you can do Coming to America like that afterwards, right?
I guess. I just thought that was weird. I was like, why is the number 2 there? Like, they could have just put Back to America. That's just me. But we already know where Doc's going with this shit.
So my problem with the with the trailer is it is very funny. It reminds me of the original, and then seeing Wesley Snipes and Tracy Morgan, it's gonna be over the top. And then they cut to the if you remember the first movie, there was a barbershop that he goes into, and it's got a bunch of older black gentlemen, one Jewish fellow there hanging out. And this movie came out a little over 30 years ago. And in the trailer, where I'm giving the old Jewish guy till maybe I was like early 70s, means somebody, if not everybody in that group, should not be alive in this movie.
I would think as much shit that you watch that you could just totally suspend your disbelief like that.
No, I can't. That's shit that throws me. I'm like, these guys.
God forbid, class. God forbid.
Like, one of these gentlemen should not be in the. And you could have made a reference to it, but nope. It's these motherfuckers are alive.
Didn't they do that? Like, oh, you're still alive?
Do they? I didn't know. But none of them should be. I mean, everybody in that barbershop except for Cuba Gooding Jr. should not be alive.
Was not in that chair. Maybe that was his son.
No, but he's in the first one.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah, he is.
I don't know that.
Yeah, he's like going getting his hair cut. That he's just like bopping his
Yeah,
head.
he's just quietly just moving.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Like, I'm in a
I need to go back and watch
movie.
that.
Yes, go back and watch it. One of the biggest news was Disney's, what was it called? I don't know. Just here's what we're doing to their bosses. So they announced a lot of new Marvel movies and a lot of new content for Disney Plus. So we'll stay on the movie section here first. The biggest one of the news is that with the Black Panther 2, they're not going to recast Chadwick Boseman. Like, so how do you guys feel like we should spin the story?
Well, they're gonna focus on Wakanda as a whole. That's the plan. And like we talked about on the show earlier, in one of the episodes, we said that his sister takes over the mantle. And they did say she was going to have a more prominent role in the movie. But I think, I'll put it to you this way. I don't think that movie's going to be as popular as it was going to be in the first time around.
No, I think with losing Chadwick, that's going to be a huge hit to the box office. Because I think some people are probably going to feel weird going to see it.
I don't think people are gonna feel weird. I think they're just like, we want to see Black Panther. There's no Black Panther.
So wait. So you figure these people are gonna show up, get their popcorn, sit down, never seen the trailer, just know Black Panther's coming out in February, and then go. Where's Black Panther go?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's good talk.
No, because
I'm sure.
Like, look at it, I think like a lot of people show face just to like pay homage to him, but it's like the movie's called Black Panther. T'Challa's not in this. What are we doing here?
Is it called Black Panther and not like Wakanda?
No, it's called Black Panther.
Yeah, it'll be Black Panther too.
Oh.
So it's like you see what I'm saying? Like, if his sister doesn't take up the mantle of Black Panther, which they kind of alluded to when they said she has a more prominent role, we're gonna focus on the stories of Wakanda and its history. Like, nobody gives a shit about Wakanda.
No.
know?
Nobody's begging for the movie.
I hate to be that guy because I was like, oh man, all these people were so happy. Like, the urban demographic, as class would say, was showing out for this. And in my mind, I'm like, yeah, it's like they wanted to see the Black Panther. Now they're just gonna see. Are they gonna watch a female Black Panther? Or they're still gonna, because that was like the highest grossest Marvel movie, right behind Avengers, right, Doc?
Oh well, not the last two. No, so it might have been the third.
But Shuri, like in the comics, at one point, Shuri gets the mantle of
she gets the mantle, but she never gets the power because she's not worthy. She never got the power.
Okay, well, I guess she will now.
Yeah, I mean MCU.
I mean that's how they'll do it.
It's true. Yeah, right. They don't. They don't have to be like, oh yeah.
I'm interested to see what they do, but I don't think it's going to be as popular. Like, if you don't have the iconic suit and stuff like that. Even though I kind of called it, I was like, I don't think they're going to recast him because of how what he was going through, and he's still doing the movie. It's just one of those things, man. I'm just like, it sucks that it happened. And it's unfortunate because it kind of like not destroyed it, but it hindered this franchise a lot.
Oh no, it took a huge hit, as they figured. All right, continuing on. There's a third Ant-Man film coming out.
There's a third what?
Ant-Man film.
Yay! More Paul Rudd as Ant-Man, and maybe he'll be even more stupider in this one.
It's Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, and they're going to be bringing in Kang the Conqueror on this one.
That's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. I hope he looks a lot like what he does in the comics.
Is he going to get wasted, though? Like, are you taking a pretty big villain and one-shotting him?
The only thing I ever know Kang from is, I know he fucked with the Avengers a lot, but it's like from Secret Wars. And he was like...
He's big in Fantastic Four, isn't he? He's big in the Fantastic Four universe also, right?
Oh, he might be, but I don't read them.
When I was reading comic books Hard Body, I don't remember them having any interactions with him. My introduction with Kang the Conqueror came from Young Avengers.
Okay. So, I could see that. Yeah. When I read Young Avengers, he had a big part in there. That's right.
He's because Iron Lad was one of the Iron Lad was basically a time stamp of him or something.
Yeah.
Right. So it says here in the Wikipedia that he's depicted as an opponent of the Avengers and the Fantastic Four. So Doc knows his shit. Don't question him.
Just having
I'm just saying. Like I honestly, you want to know how I knew how serious this dude was? It's stupid to say it. Was in the comic books when I read Young Avengers, and I was playing the Marvel trading card game on my PlayStation portable PSP, and his whole entire he had an entire fucking deck dedicated to him, and he was like the second hardest fucking boss in that game. So I was like, oh, this dude's no joke, So
yeah, I think I was like, he's a time traveler, and he goes back and tries to correct every mistake he does.
Yeah.
But now he's like split up in all kinds of different ones, too, though.
Somebody said that maybe he's going to be introduced in the Loki series because they kind of are like the time travel bureau in essence.
Yes.
Do you think that might be like any reference to him or something like that?
Ooh, I don't know. No, I don't think so.
Okay,
but you're right. Yeah, they're bringing that group that are watching the time, what he's doing, and correcting it.
So.
Yeah.
I mean, why? But I still find it odd that they put him in the Ant-Man movie. Like, I get that concern they're gonna waste him, because it's like you look at how Ant-Man and the Wasp kind of evolved. The first movie was like, all right, this is kind of like humorous, but it's serious, and then the second one was just slapstick, fucking comedy movie, and I'm like he's a serious guy. In an Ant-Man movie?
As a villain.
Yeah, because like on the second one, I had no idea who was it. Ghost? I didn't even know who
Ghost
was.
I mean, it stayed within the same realm of like how the Pym particles and all that stuff like that.
Right.
I just don't know how does Kang the Conqueror fit into that?
It's
like he's a time traveler.
Well, I mean, they're connecting it based upon the time traveling that happened in Avengers.
Yeah, but like no one really explained how quantum realm was connected to time travel. You know, it's not like in the first two fucking Ant-Man movies, he was like, well, you know, I can do other things with this. You know, it's like you just went subatomic, and that was it. Like they don't really explain like going in the quantum realm. Fucking talks about time travel. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, is there something along the lines where like because of what happened in the last Avengers movie sets off like a chain of events that it gets Kang's attention, and he's like, well, I gotta follow. It leads me back to Ant-Man. Like, does that?
I mean, that's what I'm figuring is that has brought his attention, but maybe didn't the Pym serum or whatever the hell it's called? That's what they use for time travel.
Yeah, but the thing was, I never, like I said, in the first two movies, maybe I missed it. You know, I would love to go back and watch it. Or maybe it was explained in the Avengers movies. It's like, why was this connected to time travel? You know, that's what I'm trying to figure out. You know?
Could he be upset that he's not considered the first time travel because of them traveling at that point?
Nah, I wouldn't see it like that. I mean, maybe, like you said, he goes back and corrects his mistakes. Like, what if he accidentally gave fucking Hank Pym the if they do that, I'll laugh. It's like, oh, you know, I never told you the truth. And he's like, hey, I gave you that fucking particle thing, you fucking creep. You know? But I'm interested to see what it is. I just when I heard that Kang the Conqueror was going to be the bad guy in Ant-Man and Wasp.
It is a weird choice. It's a very weird choice. What's the title? Oh, the
Quantumania.
Quantumania.
That's so gimmicky.
Sounds like a fucking Animaniac song.
Yeah.
Quantumania. Da-da-da-da-da.
Well, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse Madness will also tie in with both the upcoming WandaVision and the new Spider-Man movie. And also, Benedict Cumberbatch will be appearing in a unnamed Spider-Man sequel. And then the other big news from Marvel in the movie department, Fantastic Four is going to be made into a movie.
Again? What are they saying? Third time's the charm?
Yep.
I wish they would make me... I wish they would do something to make me give a fuck about that. I dare them, because they haven't. From comic books, the only time they have is like Ultimate Fantastic Four, and that's only because they busted out zombies like coming out in there. Like the Marvel zombies originated from Ultimate Fantastic.
Do you think unless they make a Fantastic Four movie and the reviews have to be over the top, that they're not gonna...
No. I'm not worried about reviews, because I usually I don't give a fuck about reviews. I go and I'll form my own opinion as long as it's awesome.
But you personally, you're saying that you're just nah.
I just hope it's awesome. Yeah, me personally, I'm like, I dare them to make me personally give two shits about the Fantastic Four, because they just seem... I understand and I respect who they are and what they've done. Like, if it wasn't for them, they're like the first family. But they're so I don't know if it's dated or just lame or just and it seems like they've tried coming up with new costumes. It seems like, I don't know, man. I don't know if that... I've never given a shit about Fantastic Four.
I think I didn't have a problem with the first two that came out, you know? I didn't hate them. But when they try to reinvent them with the new fucking one that came out that was just horrible, I just was like, Jesus Christ, you know? But with the Marvel now, you know, with Marvel now, the MCU, now them being a part of the MCU and Disney and all that stuff, I feel like they're in good hands and we'll get that luster that allure that they didn't know they were in the comic books. Because if anything, they really fit with Disney. You know, like Disney's gonna be like, we got to push these people to the moon because in essence, they're fucking these magical things. You know, and I think they'll do a great job with it. So we'll see.
But I think
I just hope they don't fuck up the thing. That's just go with a fucking nice suit. Don't go with CGI. Like,
if they make it look like Hulk, like if they use that same type of CGI, that'll be okay.
I don't.
Because Hulk looked dope.
I did, but it's just like the thing needs to be like a suit, in my opinion. Like, I just feel like they could do a really cool fucking animatronic suit, and it'll work.
No. No. I think it has to be CG. Like, see, like when you watch Guardians, you're just like, oh, yeah, that'd be a guy in a suit if that was a fucking tree. Like, do you not believe that Groot's with them? Like, does it take you out that much?
No, I just was like Groot does shit that you kind of need CGI for. But like, if you did a fucking real, like, I remember this was years ago when they were theory crafting the fucking the Fantastic Four movie, and it was like fucking Michael Clark Duncan was supposed to be the Thing.
No, yeah.
They showed like a really fucking cool suit, and I was like, man, this is what the Thing is supposed to look like, not this fucking chemotherapy patient in this fucking Fox movie with Michael, whatever the fuck his name is, from The Shield. Like, that's the thing, you know. And I think they can do it with an actual suit. It's just me. Like, I don't think it needs to be CGI. All right, you want to make fun of me? Go ahead. I don't care.
No, we'll move along. Lucasfilm, Patty Jenkins apparently is going to be doing a Rogue Squadron movie. And
what is Rogue Squadron again? Like, it's just like
it's the fucking plane. It's the X-wings.
Band of X-wings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So it's Top Gun in space.
Yeah, she's all super excited because her dad flew planes in the war, so she's ready to do this because she makes wonderful movies. And I'm starting to see the real reviews for Wonder Woman 84 coming out. I'm like, yep, that's what I figured.
Doc Martin hates a DC Warner Brothers movie.
I'm just they don't make good stuff. No.
Real reviews. What's the real reviews? Some fucking asshole on Twitter that watched it.
No, I just don't believe the corporate one. They're like, oh, this is amazing. Women will be enchanted. No. Taika Waititi is going to be running his own Star Wars movie also, and they're hoping it will be a series of films. Pixar, the two interesting one is Lightyear, which is going to be voiced by Chris Evans.
Well, I don't know why.
Well, the reason why is Chris Evans is the actual actor who plays Buzz in the cartoons. So, it's a story of the actor, not actual Buzz Lightyear.
What? All right.
And then yeah.
This is a live action movie, or
it's animated. But
it's an animated movie.
But
so he's the Buzz Lightyear.
He's the actor who plays Buzz Lightyear.
So he's the voice actor that plays Buzz Lightyear.
No, because they'll have him as the real actor in that world. we broke him.
I'm lost, man. That's
man,
weird. I don't know what's going on there.
All right, apparently.
So Tim Allen is the voice of the toy.
Tim Allen is the voice of the toy in the Toy Story universe. But in that universe where real people live along with toys, the actor who played what the toy was based upon, Buzz Lightyear, he'll be playing himself.
Okay. I gotcha. All right. I thought he was playing the voice actor, but then, yeah. All right, I gotcha. I follow you now.
You guys all right?
Yeah.
Moving on, and the most interesting one is it's called Turning Red. It's about a 13-year-old girl going through puberty and transforms into a giant red panda when she gets excited. That is coming out from Pixar.
We just
that's.
Is this their way of like combating Big Mouth?
We'll make it cute.
Is this a way to like introduce like periods to like young girls, like to show that?
I think it's gonna be a Pixar movie based about periods. Yeah, menstruation.
No, puberty, not.
Puberty. Well, no, but I was figured. Oh, okay. The giant.
Why a red panda?
But no, yeah, it's more about her hormones and feeling excited.
Jesus Christ.
We'll keep moving on with Disney Plus series. WandaVision is going to be coming out January 15th. Loki is May of 2021. Hawkeye's coming out late fall of 2021.
Nobody cares.
No, it looks good. The What If series, which would be the last where Chadwick Boseman plays Black Panther.
No, T'Challa, not Black Panther.
Yeah, you're right, T'Challa, because he's not Black Panther. He's Star-Lord.
But apparently Kevin Feige said he recorded multiple episodes, and I'm like, what does that mean? So he's going to be Black Panther in one of those episodes?
Oh, they're going to get every dollar they can out of him. Because they know they're losing money. We're going to use them. He recorded it. We're going to use it. They've also talked about a new series, Ironheart, which is going to be with the character of Riri Williams, who takes on the Iron Man mantle. Armor Wars, which was a huge Tony Stark story back in, I'd say 70s or 80s, I guess. But it's actually going to...
I think 80s, yeah.
But it's going to be featuring Rhodey instead of where the world starts buying Tonys and starts their own little war units, I think. And then Moon Knight is still going along. But you know what? Nobody still has officially cast him, right?
And remember, it's like Indiana Jones.
What?
Remember, Feige said, Indiana Jones?
You froze up. Go ahead again.
No, I said, remember when Kevin Feige, I retweeted it, he's like, this is like Indiana Jones? And I'm like, what? And you're like, it kind of is, but it's not.
With Moon Knight? Oh, yeah. No, that makes sense.
It does? Okay.
Well, but no, I mean, part like I said, the beginning, because it's where he's exploring and then he finds this Egyptian, like, whatever that gives him the power, but then he's more of a detective. Man, kind of a daredevil out there on the street trying to protect where they're from.
But doesn't he also have, like, split personality?
Oh, he's crazy, yes.
And so that way he's adapted, like, every fighting style to, like, these split personalities.
Yes. Like, I know I read one comic.
I don't know a lot about Moon Knight, but...
I read it. Yeah, I read a comic where he had Captain America, Wolverine. Who else was that with them? Like, 2 or 3 other. And, like, he thought he was with them doing an assignment, and he was just pulling from them. Like, they were in his head and helping him fight and everything else.
That's pretty cool.
Oh.
And then we're going to be getting a special Guardians of the Galaxy, what is it? Holiday special. Yeah. I think that comes out in 2022. We're also going to get a short series of films with I Am Groot. And then they're going to be releasing the Guardians probably, I'm saying a few years. 3 years? 4, maybe?
2023, I think they said their release date
for the Guardians? And then there's going to be a couple spin-off, The Mandalorian, Rangers of the New Republic, and Ahsoka. And then we're getting The Bad Batch, which is based upon the Clone Wars series, if any of you all watched that. And then they showed that Andor, which I'm not sure how anybody's really super excited by that.
The Ewoks?
No, the one Andor from the Rogue One series. They're making a series based upon what happened before Rogue One, since it didn't go well. There's going to be Star Wars Lando, and Hayden Christensen's actually coming back for Obi-Wan Kenobi series.
Yep. That's pretty
cool. If it does good, we're getting like a Darth Vader show, right?
God, why do you keep saying that?
Dude, as long as everyone who was like worked on Mandalorian does anything here on out, like on Star Wars, like I'm in 100% because that shit, dude.
I know the guy who did
Mandalorian
that he was kind of helping Jon Favreau, who basically was the creator of that Clone Wars stuff, that universe. In essence, he's doing the How do you say her name again? I don't want to fuck up her name. The one that was in The Mandalorian? That she was like, she was the Jedi, Rosario Dawson.
Oh, Rosario Dawson.
Oh, Ahsoka Tano?
Ahsoka Tano.
Yeah.
He's writing her show. So I'm like, all right, this show's going to be really good. Because he was like he's basically helping Jon Favreau with The Mandalorian.
He's going to be taking over for that series?
Yeah, he's going to be the writer, if I read that correctly. But like I said, if that fucking Obi-Wan is done correctly,
no.
And Darth Vader, they're gonna.
You
be like,
don't
we gotta
need
do
a Darth Vader
show.
series. You have the whole. That's the whole story is Darth Vader.
No, we gotta have a Darth. Because you know why? Because people want to have an interaction between Ahsoka Tano and Darth Vader. Because who was her master?
But see, the only way the Darth Vader works is if you do that where he's. Like if you've read the comics where he's learning his power and Palpatine doesn't just give it over the apprenticeship. He makes Vader have to go through it.
I think they can do that. They can do a TV. If I mark my words, I better get her. You know what, Josh? You were right. I'm sorry. If they go, you know what? After season 1 of Obi-Wan, because Obi-Wan is just a limited series, we get either a limited series or a Darth Vader series. I better get. No, Josh,
I really don't. Unless they just run out of ideas, but they seem to be doing that every day.
They're not running out of ideas. They literally. You know what happened? They were like, "Hey, this pandemic shit is going on, but we don't want to release the movies. What do we need to give these people? Let's give them a shit ton of shows." Like I was like, "What is all this shit that's coming out for Star Wars? Like they just need to give us like 3 Star Wars shows, a Mandalorian show, a Boba Fett show." And I guess the Ahsoka Tano show, but I could have easily been okay with her being on The Mandalorian. And they gave us like 6 fucking shows?
Well, she doesn't make sense to be on The Mandalorian now.
She served her purpose. So, let her stand alone now. Yeah.
Oh, no,
and if there could be like an eventual fight, or at least meet up with her and Vader at some point. Yeah, because they did like those brief meetups they did a brief meetup in Rebels.
No,
not Rebels. I'm sorry. Was it Rebels? Doc,
yeah,
or was it?
That was Rebels.
Okay, it was.
I knew of this character. I didn't know about her as a whole and her importance. And I actually Googled, I YouTubed a video explaining, it tells us how important she is to the story. And I was like, oh shit, this is a character that was really important in between these movies. And I'm like. It makes sense for her to have her own show. I wasn't bugging. I just was like, oh, now if I didn't know who the fuck she was, I'm like, oh, that's a cool Jedi character they can have on the fucking on the Mandalorian. But her having her own show, no fucking problem here. I don't go. I'm looking forward to see what she does. You know.
Right.
Well, and they're pulling from a lot of different I know you're just they're building so much history that's already engraved in it, but not a lot of people know about it though.
Yeah, but the one that she mentions that she's like, oh, where's
Thawne.
your master?
She's looking for Thawne, yeah.
I knew about Thawne because he was in a fucking book that took place after the original. And I remember telling my uncle, I was like, oh, this fucking character's so cool. Like the Jedis can't fuck with him. He's really smart. And he's like, that dude doesn't exist. It's just fucking non-canon shit. But he got so popular, they had to put him into the fucking lore of fucking Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, this guy might fucking be actually on the fucking big screen or the little screen. And I'm like, oh shit, this is so cool. You know, you have all these characters that were like, Star Wars isn't going to be that successful. We'll just write them in books. And now, look at them. They're all fucking in the books. The books are being fucking.
That's where they're pulling from because there's some good stories in there. It's they've already done the heavy lifting.
Luke banged a bounty hunter and had kids with her, right?
Yeah, Maria Jade.
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, and then they're even in Mandalorian. They were pulling all that shit Bill Burr was saying in what was that second to last episode? That battle he was talking about. That was straight from Clone Wars. That one was from Clone Wars. I think that reference of that battle was from Clone Wars.
Yeah, they never showed it. I don't think or talked about it, but yeah.
Or was it Rebels? One of the two. I get those.
I think
two
it was Clone Wars
when he shot Joe Chill. The guy.
Oh. You mean
he's Joe Chill from Batman Begins.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody knew that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, that's who it was. All right. So with 2020 coming to an end, and with television, I was wondering, what were your favorite shows to watch for 2020? Now, and I want to go by, like, what was the newest thing you either caught? Don't be like, I liked season 3 of The Office. It seemed really good again. Love putting it in the background. And
so there's this Bruce Lee movie called Game of Death, okay?
Joshua, what were your favorite shows from 2020?
I mean, The Mandalorian was pretty good. I love Letterkenny. Upload was pretty good. I enjoyed that on Amazon.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That was
With
pretty
Robbie
interesting.
Amell?
There was another show. I can't really say I liked it, but it was interesting because I think I referenced it on the show. It's called 000. That was another Amazon show. Like it's basically like a Traffic, but really fucking violent. But yeah, like that, and I don't even think I really watched a lot of TV in terms of like fucking, because like there was really no shows that really stuck with me like that. Just The Mandalorian and fucking Letterkenny.
And Mama's Boy, right? What that show you watch?
I Love a Mama's Boy?
Yeah. Is that what it is?
I mean, but that's a reality TV show. That's just like stupid infatuation. Like, that people on this planet are like that. And it's just like, ugh.
Class, how about yourself? What were you? I know
All right.
you don't watch a lot of TV. Joshua is usually my best. Now he's like, I don't watch a lot of TV now.
It seems like I watch more TV than movies. But all right, does this one count What We Do in the Shadows? Because I know it came out in 2019.
No, you can say that.
That can count.
Okay, I just started watching that.
Jackie
I'm gonna try to start. I'm gonna try to start from January because I did a little research when you sent
Jesus
this.
Christ.
BoJack Horseman. It wrapped up. Absolutely loved that show. Maybe the greatest cartoon of all time.
I have not finished it. I've kind of stopped the season before.
Okay.
It's so dark. I'm not
typical
like
doc.
I'm not like super into it, but I feel like I gotta watch it. And there's ever a couple of things that work, but like fanboy over it, no.
Is he gonna? Nobody fanboys over it. It's just a really good show, and I think if you didn't like it, then don't finish it because you're gonna hate the ending. So.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, that's a good point. Tiger King. That was. I mean, you got to include that, right? It was a series, I guess.
Yeah, you're right. Limited. Yeah. Everybody was talking about it.
I mean, especially like it came out at the perfect time, like right when this fucking
and people needed something to watch.
Everyone's at home.
There you go.
Everyone was talking about it. Mandalorian, and then I just like last week, 2 weeks ago, started watching Dave.
Okay.
I'll watch that. It's pretty good.
I am
funny,
Dave.
man. Yeah.
I am Dave.
And
I think that's a really like. I want to say I didn't think that show was gonna go the way it did.
Yeah.
And I have to say like he's a really, and the funny thing is though, that's his first time doing a show. Like it wasn't like something that he actually was into. He came up with the idea of doing a show about his life and did everything for the first time, and it came out pretty fucking good.
He did YouTube stuff.
Yeah, but he was saying like that was the first time he wrote a show. He didn't have any like writing credentials or anything. He directed the show. He's like, I never did this before. People had to help him, and it came out really fucking well.
I'm not done watching. I've only seen like 3 or 4 episodes, but man, it's good.
No, it's
funny,
good.
man. It's real funny.
Yeah. It gets funny.
For myself, I would go with The Boys season 2.
Oh, excellent, man! Excellent call on that.
What We Do in the Shadows, also season 2. It was very good. Lovecraft on HBO, if you've not seen that. Which the cool thing is the way they direct each episode is a specific horror movie trope. So they do zombies in one. They do trying to think like slashers, Dracula, Ghost. Yeah.
What's the premise of that show?
That it's about black people when they traveling and they create this was it like a traveling guide, like where to go, and it's just pretty much about racism, like today and before, and then there's a guy who's supposed to be this key to opening up, and that's when it starts getting Lovecraftian on it. It's actually pretty good. Okay, Queen's Gambit on Netflix. If you've not seen that, it's actually a very good.
I gotta watch that. You know, it's a good show. When one of your hood friends at work is like, "Yo, man, you seen that shit? That shit is good." And I'm like, I didn't take you to watch that movie like that.
So when that guy gives a very good approval of something,
do they show nudity in that?
No.
I was like, they have to show tits in the show for
They
him to
don't.
like it.
It's actually just a well-written story.
Because he told me that, and I was like, you don't watch shit like Game of Thrones. I can understand, but he told me about the show, and I already knew about the show. So he's like, "Yo, you seen that Queen's Gambit shit? That shit is off the hook." And I was like, "You watched that? Oh fuck."
Yes, it's very good. And then Perry Mason, another HBO series, and then as everyone, the Mandalorian.
Perry Mason? Do they have like an old guy playing Perry Mason?
No, it's
a young guy.
Yeah, it's a young guy. It's like right when he's about to take over as being a lawyer because he's just a detective.
Okay.
It's really good. You should
Is that
watch
the
it.
same like old school theme? Because like I never got into Perry Mason too much, but the old school theme was always like you knew it if you heard it.
Yeah. No, I don't know if I don't think they used the theme or anything.
Yeah,
like that.
no.
Maybe a play off that old theme.
No, because I mean
That's the only thing I really know about Perry Mason. I never really
it's
watched
mostly his origin story.
Nobody's nostalgic,
Whatever.
bro. Come on, just, you need
Well,
to
if it's
stop.
Perry Mason, I mean, of course it's going to have to be somewhat nostalgic, somewhat of a throwback, I would think.
Yeah,
I don't know,
his
when did
name's-
Perry Mason come out? Like the 80s? The original?
I think late 90s, right? No,
No.
early 90s, right?
Let's see.
I don't know, man. I remember like that was a show my grandmother used to like.
1957.
There was this. There
Okay.
was before this one on HBO Max. There was like 2 iterations, right? There was like a black and white where he was a lawyer,
The original one's black and white.
and then there was the Fat Man and Perry Mason or some shit like that.
Is that the spinoff
shit,
they
there
did?
were 2. Okay.
Here's see. Here's other adaptations.
I remember the one from. The
Oh
80s.
no, they did a. After the series ended, they did a 3-series called Perry Mason Returns in '85. They did have a short-lived try to do a series in '73, and then so not a lot.
Wait,
Yeah.
who was Matlock?
That was the guy.
That was
from
Andy Griffith,
Andy
right?
Griffith, yeah.
All right. Perry Mason was the guy with the beard from the 80s. Yeah.
Yeah, because the last show he was on that I remember as a kid, he was a judge.
Okay.
No, he's not
Right,
from the.
Doc?
No, he's not from the '80s. He was just like in the '50s is when they did this show. It's all black and white.
No.
there's one from the 80s.
There was one in the 80s and in the early 90s. I remember he was.
Yeah.
a judge.
That was Perry Mason Returns. Yes, you're right.
What was the Fat Man? Because he was the
Dude, I
Fat
don't
Man.
know. I don't know who the Fat Man Perry
Yeah,
Mason.
the fat man with the beard.
Yeah, it was a show called.
Is this
The
like a
Fat Man.
Mandela effect, bro?
I think so.
No.
Joshua just created it.
I did not create it.
There was a guy with the
So,
beard. I know what you're
so
talking about.
it's Fat Man Lawyer show.
Yeah, it was Perry Mason.
Jake and the Fat.
Jake and the Fat Man. So what are we supposed to do with that one?
Type in Jake and the Fat Man.
I'm on it.
And Perry Mason.
Perry
was the Fat
Mason.
His what? No.
It came out in 1990. Yeah. Look this up, man. Perry Mason. The Case of the Poison Pen. I know there's a Perry Mason. Raymond Burr played Perry Mason. That's his name.
Class, are you okay? Are you with us?
I mean, earlier I wasn't. I am now. But yeah, Perry Mason. I'm telling you.
All right. Well, we'll continue. So
I'm good now.
the biggest game to come out in 2020 would pretty much
Damn, Jake and the Fat Man was on for 5 seasons. Jesus
would
Christ.
tie up the kind of the year of 2020. Cyberpunk 2077 came out, and I don't think anybody liked it, to the fact that this is the first time that I've ever seen all the gaming manufacturings with Xbox and PlayStation offering a return, and then GameStop will allow you to return it even if you've opened it up.
Oh shit!
So,
Really?
yeah.
Wow.
That's how bad the game is. If GameStop is like, yeah, we'll take it back.
Yeah.
The place that'll give you like, oh, they got a brand new game, we'll give you fucking 10 cents for it. They're like, yeah, we'll take it back and give you a full refund.
You get full refund. Sorry.
Get the fuck out, yo, Dad. You know, bad that game's gotta be? Yo, that's crazy talk. What world are we living in? Shit.
2020.
Who made that game again? What was the studio?
CD Projekt Red.
Project Red. Congratulations, you did the fucking impossible.
They're going bankrupt. That place.
Yeah, GameStop were like, oh yeah, just take the money,
Yeah,
we know it's bad.
GameStop.
Now there were people apparently upset on Twitter that they when they did ask for the exchange, like the digital copy, they weren't allowed to keep the copy anymore. They actually had to release their rights to the digital copy. They thought they could just get their refund.
It's a fucking refund. Yeah, what do you want?
And keep the game. Nope.
I paid $30 for that game, and I feel like I paid too much.
I wonder if you ordered it from Amazon and then returned it, because a lot of times if it's so cheap, Amazon will be like, you know what, just keep it. We'll give you your money and you just keep it. Have you ever got?
Is it just that glitchy? It's like that's what I've heard. It's like I don't
Joshua's
know
got it, right? He paid $30 for it.
Is it just glitchy as fuck?
I haven't even played it yet because I have to beat another. I have to beat a game. In all honesty, Clash was talking about this on his fucking show. That I seriously expected whatever happened to fucking Cyberpunk should have happened to this game with the Avengers.
Oh,
and
you're still playing that? Oh my lord!
I'm thinking to myself, I was like, man, let me play the Avengers first. I'm just gonna play the story. I'm not even gonna bother doing anything else. And I'm seeing Cyberpunk, and I'm just like, why would I even bother with Cyberpunk?
You see the problem with this game?
It's not about it being glitchy. It's glitchy. The game looks like they didn't fucking finish it, but they had 4 years to fucking do it, and it's just a mess. It's a really bad fucking game from what I'm reading. But somebody told me that it's only on PlayStation that they're going through this shit. They're saying Xbox and the computer, it runs fine.
So it's just the PlayStation version of
That's what we were told in our chat, our group chat. I'll see. Like, I'm gonna force myself to finish the Avengers game, and I'm gonna get on Cyberpunk 2027 ASAP because there's really no new games coming out for me anytime soon. So I have time, but I'm gonna force myself to play that fucking god awful Avengers game that I just like.
Are you still are you a majority of the time Miss Marvel in that game? Because that's how it starts off, and it's like I can't make it past her. She's so I can't make it past her, man.
I've gotten the Hulk and I've got Tony Stark, but I've pointed out to people. I told somebody at work, he was telling me how bad the game was, and I was like, dude, I don't hate the game. I like the story. I'm a big comic book fan. But did they just not want to do anything different with the layouts of every level? Because every level looks the same to me.
Yeah.
And the idea of just like you're not doing your players a service when every fucking box you open has new gear. Then I have to stop, look at the gear, put the gear in if it's better than the gear I have now.
Oh.
I feel like I'm playing more just with the gear. And another thing I hate about the game, it goes back to the gear, is like, why would you put a limit on the gear that you can hold on the fucking ship in which you're in? Like, I saw that and I was like, bro, why did you overflood this game with gear and then say when I'm on the ship, I can't have X amount of gear? I can understand when I'm on the field playing, but when I'm on the ship, I can't have X amount. And I just like, this game just, like, I've literally not played my PS5 or anything on my PS5 because that's the only game I can play on my PS5. I'm fucking playing Plants vs. Zombies, folks.
He is.
So I've got to force myself within the next. I hope I can beat that game before the new year. I hope.
Avengers just like you are constantly like I've made it to the point where I could be Hulk, but you're Hulk for like this little time and then back to being Miss Marvel, and I'm just like, dude, and she just
once you get so past annoyed. That, you can pick who you want to play as. Like once you get Tony Stark, because like right now it's like, do you want to be the Hulk or you want to be Miss Marvel? And I'm just like, at this point, because like I finished a mission and now I'm with Hulk and her, and I'm just I don't want to play this anymore. Like I was just in the desert. Why am I back in the fucking desert? This looks like the fucking same area I was in, and it's just like, Yeah,
it sucks. It's awful. It's horrible.
I really do. I really feel like the fucking game itself did so poorly that I'm surprised they even gave out DLC for free. Because I thought there was just like, oh, we're going to give the DLC out for free. the game did bad. We don't even need to release that shit, and they released it anyway. And I'm like,
And it
wait, did they give it for
starts
free or
off
did
kind
they charge for it?
huh?
Was it for free that they were doing it, or
No, initially when the game came out, they were like, "Look, the DLC's coming out. Good news. You don't have to pay for it." So I was like, "Oh, that's cool." The game made the game cost, I don't know how much to make, but it
there's
only made
no
like
way
60
they're going to
million
come
back.
out for this DLC.
No, but they came out. The DLC
Hawkeye
that they
came
showed
out,
was
right?
with Kate Bishop,
Yeah.
and they said, "Hey, this DLC's coming out." It came out like I want to say last week or 2 weeks ago, but I can't see them doing more because they said, "Oh, we were going to get Black Panther."
Yeah, there was
said
the X-Men that they were going to do, I think.
I don't know.
No,
about
X-Men's were out, but there was so many other characters that they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said Spider-Man was going to be an exclusive to PlayStation.
Oh yeah.
They said Black Panther because they were going to show Black Panther footage, but he had passed away. So they was like, you know what? Out of respect for him, we're not going to show it. I don't think they're going to do it. They've lost 95% of the player base for that game. So I don't know how they're going to come out with deal. How are they going to make money if it's for free? So,
Dude, and the game starts off kind of cool where it's like boom, you're introduced to everyone and like you're fighting, like you got to be Miss Marvel, run around, pick up the comics, and then the shit goes down, and then there you're playing each person for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. You're like, oh man, this is great. And then it's in the future, and then you're her, and you're running around, and it's like, fucking come on. Then you meet the Hulk, and you can be the Hulk for about 3 minutes, and then you're her, and it's like, fuck, man.
It gets better, but I just tell you, man, running around
sucks.
doing all that shit with the gear, and I'm just like, they went too overboard with the gear.
Don't waste money on it, Doc.
I wasn't.
No,
I wasn't. I didn't. I played the
Okay,
beta,
no.
and I was like, "This is a mess, and it's hard to see because everything looks blurry." And
Yeah, it sucks.
I was like, "I'll wait till this game comes out and see what." And everybody's like, "Oh my
Game
god, it's a
Pass.
piece of shit." I'm like, "I'm good. I'm good."
Awful.
KFC is working on a computer that will you could be your gaming
like chicken?
PC, but it'll also it could cook your chicken on it too. Working with Coolmaster, it's actually just like a bucket-shaped PC case that they're coming out with.
I am even more confused about that than that Toy Story story that you were talking about. What? A computer that cooks chicken?
Well, I don't think it's the whole point of a Coolmaster system is to keep the CPU cool, and I think it's just a joke on it. But they are making a KFC,
chicken for Popeyes.
making a KFC one for setup on that.
Class is like, I'm ashamed to be an American.
I don't even know, man. Like, what the hell?
Like, people are dying. There's a pandemic going around, and KFC wants to make a computer that can cook chicken.
So much that, like, they could put into, like, I don't know. That's what they go with. Okay. All right.
Like, let's give out free meals every Friday. No. Let's make a computer you can cook chicken on. Yeah.
All right. Well, that will bring the show to a close. Joshua, what'd you learn this week?
I learned that when Doc's playing Overwatch, he does not pay attention to fucking stories about deli meat.
Don't he? Won't he? So I'm paying attention to this game, and most conversations I can stay with you because I can jump in and out, not really have to fully pay attention. And this story, like, it's one of those, like, when I'd catch it, and then I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? He's talking about meats, but he needed more, I think, or something like that. But now we all...
No.
But it just...
You know what it is? It's just like when you're talking, like when someone, like, I'll tell you that, like, when you're trying to, like entertain someone and they're just not caring? That's how it is with Doc when he's playing Overwatch.
I was in the middle, yes.
I get $5.99 of cheese and $7.99 worth of turkey. That's a pound. And he's like, "Oh, you want cheese and ham, the combo?" And I'm like, "No, I just want cheese and turkey." "Oh, so you want cheese and ham?" And I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?" And I'm trying to
Zone when I play some games.
No, he didn't.
That
He just
happens.
went-
There we go.
There he is. There he is. All right, it froze on my end. Here's
Well,
the
yeah,
button.
the network went just. Oh, so that was it was a great story. About all I remembered from when you were
Deli meats.
And so the funny part is he did the very very woman way of and I stop and go, hey, he was telling a story. I apologize, I wasn't paying attention. Please read. No, I'm not telling that story again.
I'm not telling that story.
It was like, no, I'm focusing.
No, forget it. I love playing Overwatch with Doc, folks. It's the best thing ever.
Oh, and then
Dr.
yeah,
Will
let's
went to bed angry that night.
Let's play
No, this is
Overwatch.
today.
I'll talk to you in the morning. Oh,
Today.
you know, I was going to play with you guys the other night, but then you guys had a third guy in already. And I was like, I don't know who this guy is. So, like,
Nah,
I didn't want to, like,
Mitch-
intrude.
Now, listen, this is one thing. What you need to do is play with him and me, and then play with me, him, and Mitchell. You'll notice there's a fucking difference. Like, me and Kennedy were talking about that. It's like, man, when we play with Doc, it's just like, get to the point. Oh, these people suck. Mitchell, yo, good shit, dude. All right, man, we got this. And I was just like, you see, we were having fun. I was like player of the game. I had like 12 kills in a row. I was on it. Doc, these fucking people suck. We gotta back out. And I'm just like, oh, God.
Oh, shit. You guys make me want to play now.
No, I'm giving criticism. Everything else.
You know, criticism sounds like bitching.
It is, especially when you see on the kill cam because you're dead, and the cart's right here. It just has to go here, and then you have your other guy who's like, I'm just gonna run around and shoot, not even get close to this, which would move this. But no, I'm standing here, and I'm just like, what is?
I can't.
What's happening?
I can't wait for you to get on this because this shit is fun. Just don't play as Soldier 76. That's my guy.
That
Are y'all playing tonight?
I will play right after this.
Yeah. He's on vacation now.
Yeah,
so.
I am. I'm enjoying my time.
But yeah, man.
Well, then, class, what'd you learn this week?
I learned that trying to make a toy hunt video the week of Christmas is damn near impossible because there's nothing on the shelf, man.
Why don't you just show that? Like, all right, man, nothing here, but just show like random other shit. You know, like.
Well, see, what you're running into right now is parents are just grabbing anything.
Yeah.
So you're really not hunting because
That's true.
shit's just getting
You
bought.
got other hunters.
Yeah.
Parents of children who should be collecting this, not a grown-ass man. You're right. Oh, Doc, I did get one more thing. I got a Roblin. Have you seen those?
Oh, yes. Those are really cool.
Very cool figure.
Now, have you decided if you want to open that one so you can construct the other? I know
Merciless?
you said in the episode if you get the other two parts, you'll do it, but if you don't, you're not going to open them.
I'm only missing one part, and that's the infected Superman. And if I find him, probably. Because Merciless looks awesome.
I mean, you had that Robin, and I was thinking, man, that'd be so cool if he has like a cool setup of the Batman who laughs with those Robins around him. That'd be a cool fucking like display, man. So
Right. That would be cool. And each Robin or Roblin, it's a Robin Goblin. They come with a chain, so he could hold them. And there's 3 variants to it. Ooh. So you see 3 different Roblins, and they're all but they're so fucking expensive. I just happened to find one in the wild. I was shocked. So
he does show his shockness in the video, which I thought was so cool. He's like, whoa, look at this shit.
I did a whole video where I went back to the car because I filmed a very short part in there because there were so many people in there. And I went back to the car and I was like, man, I'm like freaking out. And I'm like talking to the camera and all that. And when I went back to add it in, I was like, I probably cut out 90% of the stuff that I record because I'm just like, chop the shit out. It's trim the fat. So that was a lot of it. It was awful.
I learned that you'll still get in trouble if you're told not to buy any more Pops because of Christmas, but the ones you pre-ordered in September start to finally show up at the house, and yeah.
Good. I'm glad you're getting your Pops. You're getting a very impressive Transformers collection of Pops there.
Well, only because they came out with G1s, and now
I know.
Now the only one that I'm waiting on is the metallic Amazon one, and they just sent me a note there. It's like, yep, it's going to get delayed. I'm like, awesome. Just like my Xbox.
Buy another one and sell that one to
I can't. There's no point now. Like the ability to get it and ship it somewhere is where the the value is. Otherwise, if you miss Christmas, I mean, fuck it. That kid can wait after that. And just like Joshua points out, there's no real games for the systems right now. Like, so if you don't have it, unless you want to play Cyberpunk, it really, you're fine. You can live with your...
explaining that to people is just like, it just fucking boggles their mind. Like, oh man, what cool games are coming out for? I was like, really nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, for PlayStation, at least you have X, Y, and Z, but those aren't games that you're really like, ooh, I gotta have, with the exception of Spider-Man and maybe the Call of Duty. And they're like, but yeah, what cool games came out? And I'm like,
none.
Right.
We're probably a year away from cool games coming out for the systems that's actually utilizing the system.
But you know what? I don't have to wait in line for cool games. I could just Amazon that shit. And thanks to Doc and some luck from above with the PlayStation, I don't got nothing to worry about. And I like rubbing it in people's faces. Like, man, I wish I had a next-gen system. I don't need that problem. I don't have that problem. Yep.
You got both.
Like, what's that? You need a PlayStation 5? Well, I got that. And an Xbox Series X. Yeah.
Shit, your PlayStation 5 is collecting dust, she said. Not even fucking with it.
Look, it ain't collecting dust when I need to watch some movies at night, you know what I'm saying?
All right, class, how can they learn more about you?
Oh, just follow you follow my toy hunting shit on Instagram. It's Craven the Toy Hunt with the C, CRAVIN. And on Twitter, it's at Craven Toy Hunt. And then look up Craven the Toy Hunt on YouTube. That's where you find that show.
Joshua, how about yourself?
Well, if you want to see me tweet about NBA basketball and Marvel Strike Force stuff, you can follow me on Twitter at Green Eyed Bebop. And if you want to see me post stories about my unboxings of Xbox and PlayStation 5s and other systems,
They're on there.
you can follow me on Instagram at the same name, at Green Eyed Bebop. And one day when the stars align, you can hear me talk about wrestling on the show called The Back Row Hecklers Podcast. Soon to be back within the next 3 years.
Next 3.
Okay.
You guys sound very positive over there. All right.
Fucking toy hunter over there.
Dude, I don't even remember the last time I watched wrestling.
Yo, I swear to God, whenever I watch New Japan shit, I'm like, I know more about New Japan now with this little bunch than fucking class.
Yeah, dude, I haven't watched anything like almost all year. And like I said, next time like Back Row Hecklers, y'all want to do that, like when everyone gets together or whatever, like I'll be the sound guy, but like I don't think I can contribute much at all.
What? I don't understand what that feels like. Never was in that boat.
Well,
I'm the new Doc.
I tell you what, class. I mean, you're more of a healthcare professional than I am, but we do work in the healthcare profession in essence. Mm-hmm. I think once we get the vaccine, I know I'm gonna get it as soon as it's available for me. I think eventually you're gonna get it. I don't know how you feel about it. Are you gonna get it?
Yep. I was supposed to get it this week, but there was
landing.
Okay, so
a couple of bumps in the road.
I think once we get it, I think it'll be easiest to do the show because I know once I get it, I'm gonna be able to travel and hopefully I can. You'll see me soon within the next 5 months. So we'll hopefully, the Back Row Hecklers reunite.
Do that. Are we gonna do an in studio episode 300 for nerds? That's coming up soon.
I mean, really, it could take us a whole year to get there. I mean, depending on how we schedule stuff out. Because this is number 287, so I mean, we're not
bad.
Not far off.
Even if it's every 2 weeks, it's 6 months.
I mean, I could figure out how to get it to Concave because hopefully everyone. Then that'll be in July.
Oh, not February anymore.
That's the con, right? The con.
Yes, yeah.
And it's just beer.
It's just beer, like that. But we'll just go get alcohol, like we always do. Like how often?
You said it's in July. It's not like during my birthday, right?
I don't know. When is your birthday?
July 5th, asshole.
No, it's like the 12th to the.
Some friend.
Facebook has to tell me.
Yeah, Doc. We all knew it was July 5th. Fuck.
You didn't know my fucking birthday either.
Of course I did.
If Facebook doesn't tell me it, I don't know it. Whatever.
How can they get a hold of you, Doc?
Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
Yeah. When he's out fucking doing gifts. Of random quotes and stuff like that when someone tweets something. Not even me. He'll just fucking tweet somebody I know. Like,
I was trying to get like actually trying to build content, so maybe people will like pay attention to me. So I was like, hey, I need to get my tweet game up. So I was just making comments.
He's like, oh, John Mulaney gifts for everybody. Yeah, woo, that's right. Yeah,
just I was finding drinking and drugs, and just figured just keep using those. Perfect timing. Has an age limit.
I'm shocked. Like, it just took me back. Like, oh shit. Why? That's something else I learned this week, folks. I learned that even though a comedian says he doesn't do something in his stand-up routine, it's not the truth. It could be a total fucking lie.
For Chris Class, all the way over the Indiana side, Joshua on the East Coast, this is Doc Martin saying, have a fracking good week.